All right, everybody. This is the UFC predictions for UFC 327, Yuri Prochazka versus Olberg. I'm super excited for this fight. Let's start with the first fight of the night and keep going down the list. For the first fight, we got Charles Dedecki versus Francisco Prado. I'm going to go with Francisco Prado. I think this guy's more locked in than him, to be honest. Let's go. I think Francisco's got it. He's just the better player, bro. All right, next fight. Kevin Gastelum versus Vincent Luque. Hey, this is a fucking tough fight for the OGs, for real. This is a W fight, bro. This is a W fight for the OGs. We got Kevin Gastelum coming off of eating fucking 30 tacos, and Vincent Luque, who's old as fucking, needs to retire. Honestly, both of these guys need to retire, but at least fucking Vincent Luque knows how to fucking stay on the diet. I'm gonna go with Vincent Luque, bro, because the last fights I've seen from Kevin Gastelum, they just look sloppy and disgusting, like he's fucking just a McDonald's, bro. It's honestly gross. He used to be kind of good when he almost beat Israel Adesanya, but ever since he's kind of been kind of lackluster. So I'm gonna go with Vincent Luque by decision. Black Gold O said done. Let's move up to the next fight. Chris Padilla versus Marquel Medros. I'm gonna go with Marquel Medros because Chris Padilla, he just looks dumb, bro. Look at that face, bro. Look at that haircut. Look at that face. Just fucking ass. All right, let's get into the main prelims of the night and keep on going. Women's strawweight bout, Tatiana Suarez versus Lupi Godinez. I'm going to go with Tatiana Suarez because she literally looks like a fucking transgender. This other girl actually looks like a girl. And if you actually look like a girl in the UFC and you're a girl fighter, I feel like it's not the best move, low-key. But let's get to the next fight. Matisse Gamrot versus Esteban Ribovox. I'm going to have to go with Matisse Gamrot. He's been kind of locked in. He's coming off of a loss, but I think he's going to bounce back here. Marisa Ramsey Fred Bonchik. Like, that's a crazy name, bro. All right, next fight. Ooh, an actual W fight. Kevin Holland versus Rude Boy Randy Brown. Okay, we're kind of cooking, UFC. We're kind of cooking. They're both coming off a loss. They're both looking for wins. You know, Kevin Holland don't really give a fuck about the UFC. This guy is just here for his name and for a paycheck. I mean, can't really disrespect that shit, bro. He does what he needs to do, shows up on weight, and yeah. But anyways, bro, they're trying to hype up Randy Brown clearly by putting him with Kevin Holland here. But is Randy Brown technical enough to beat Kevin Holland? I think on the feet he is, but grappling wise he's probably not. So if Kevin Holland goes for takedowns, which he doesn't like to do all that much, but he does sometimes. But I think if he goes for takedowns he could win. But if he doesn't and standing, I think Randy Brown is gonna win on the feet. So this is a hard one to pick. I'm either going to go with Kevin Holland by decision if he wrestles, and then if not, I'm going to go with Randy Brown by round 2 KO or just a decision win by outstriking Kevin Holland. But I have to make a final prediction. My final prediction will be Randy Brown. Randy Brown's going to get it done. All right, next fight. Pitbull versus Aaron Pico. The two Bellator guys that everyone already thought was going to be the best, and they got shit on by the UFC fighters. But real talk, Aaron Pico is actually really good. Like, I saw from his Leon Murphy fight, he was actually looking really good. He does have good wrestling and good boxing. The problem is he just dips his head a tad bit too much. It's like Ilia Topuria if Ilia Topuria was just kind of spamming his head movement instead of actually using it to be useful. But saying that, I think Aaron Pico is going to get it done. I think his striking technique is a lot better than Pitbull. I think he's just better than Pitbull all around. But you never know. But I'm definitely going to have to take Aaron Pico here. I think the boxing will get it done. And I think he could get a finish in round 2. I think he could get a round 2 knockout or a decision win. All right, let's get to the main card of the night. Cub Swanson versus Nate Landwehr. I'm going to go with Cub Swanson. I think he's going to pull it off. I just hate Nate Landwehr. He's so bad, bro. He's so bad. He's disgusting. Bro, he literally looks like fucking a small Frankenstein. Like, he's bad, bro. Alex Jordan said, I'm blessing the first 10 people who messaged me faith. God bless y'all. God bless, bro. God bless Alex Jordan. All right, let's get into the next fight, though. Dominic Reyes versus Johnny Walker. Yo, this is actually a W fucking fight, too. Holy shit, bro. I'm going to have to go with Dominic Reyes. I think the technique is just there when it comes to this matchup. His striking technique and his grappling technique is way better than Johnny Walker's. Johnny Walker is probably more athletic, more explosive, more powerful. But I don't think that's going to be enough to beat Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes is just... His striking technique is way better. I mean, in his last fight, he looked decent and then until he got, like, finished. But you can't be getting finished from Johnny Walker, bro. If Dominic Reyes gets finished from Johnny Walker, he has to hang it up, bro. He has to hang it up. But for my final prediction for this fight, I'm going to go with Dominic Reyes by round 2 knockout. Next fight. Curtis Blaydes versus Josh Hokit. They're trying to hype up Josh Hokit. They're trying to make him the new star in heavyweight, and I would like to see it. He has decent wrestling. Haven't seen that much from his striking. I think he landed a good overhand that one time and knocked the guy out, I'm pretty sure. But all in all, he looks a little small for the heavyweight division, and this is a big giant step up for him for competition. He has not faced anybody this good. I want to go with Josh Hokit because it's the hype train. But sadly, I think Curtis Blaydes is going to win. I think he's going to win a decision, and his vet's skills are just going to get him the W. He's just more well-rounded than Josh Hokit. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Curtis Blaydes, bro. I'm going to go with Curtis Blaydes by a decision win. All right, for the co-main event, Asmat Mukhsanov versus Paulo Costa. I'm going to go with Paulo Costa, bro. He's on the secret juice, bro. He's locked in, bro. He's just mager. Let's get into the main event. Yuri Prochazka versus Carlos Ulberg. Hey, super excited for this fight. This is for the interim light heavyweight title. I think Yuri Prochazka is definitely going to get this fucking done. He's going to become champion once again. This motherfucker would be champion right now if it wasn't for the fucking GOAT, Alex Pereira. I think Yuri Prochazka is going to knock out Carlos Ulberg in the 3rd round. I think this is going to be fight of the night, performance of the night, whatever the fuck. And your Yuri Prochazka is going to win in classic Yuri Prochazka fashion. Cannot wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it. Super excited. Yeah, Yuri Prochazka's striking technique, I think, is just way better than Carlos Ulberg. All right, but thank you guys for watching. That's the UFC predictions. Stay tuned for the UFC recap. Thank you guys for watching.